we've done it. It's beautiful. Hey guys, it's Ro. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna be playing with some Russian piping tips. It's almost been 4 years since we did this on my channel the very first time. This is like the 4-year anniversary, and spring has sprung, so it's the perfect time to pipe some flowers. If you aren't familiar with Russian piping tips, they are these large metal piping tips that you use with buttercream icing, and they make really cool designs. Most of them are floral. The reason I love these is it makes piping intricate flowers really easy. The Russian piping kits come with a ton of tips, so we're just gonna be playing with a few of them today. Okay, let's just start with this one. This is the first tip that we're gonna try, and what I like about it on the box, one tip makes a whole bunch of different styles, so let's give it a go. I prepared some buttercream icing in front of me in the bowl, and I've dyed it green. A great tip for using these Russian tips and piping flowers is you want a firm or a thick buttercream. If it's too thick, like cement, you can add a little bit of water, and if it's too runny and thin, you can thicken it up with some powdered sugar. But this is about the consistency we're looking for. You take a glob, flip it upside down. If it sticks, but it's not cement, like if you gave it a jiggle, that's perfect consistency of buttercream for piping these flowers. To pipe these, it's really easy. You're gonna take the tip, put it into a piping bag. I fold down the top to make it a little bit easier, and I've cut a hole at the bottom already. Just push the tip all the way down, and then you're just gonna scoop your buttercream in the bag. Once you get the icing in the bag, just push it down. This is a small piping bag. They come in all different sizes. There's small, there's medium, there's large. I'm just doing small to make it a little bit easier. I'm gonna show you on a piece of parchment paper before we start piping onto the cupcake. This tip can make succulents and daisies, but let's start with succulents first because I've got the green icing in here. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna hover above, apply some pressure, ooh, and then pull away. And as you can see, this one has a really clean design on top. And when you're piping, and if you ever get this little tip, kind of looks like a Hershey's Kiss or like the tip of a meringue, wipe the Russian tip, and then you'll get that nice clean design again. Time to play with this tip. I've got my first cupcake in front of me. We've set the scene. I've iced little green frosting over the top and sprinkled a little bit of crushed graham cracker on the top to give it a little bit of desert vibes. We're gonna go nice and slow. Nice and slow. Hover, slow, and then when I pull away, slow, slow, slow. Okay, a little leaning, but that's okay. Not every cactus stands up straight. Here we go. Slow. Oh, pretty! I've created the perfect cactus.
We'll ignore the other ones.
Don't look, this one's fine. You know what, in nature, sometimes cactuses grow sideways. Trees do this too. Trees be growing towards the sun, and plants have a mind of their own, Mike. Don't worry about what he's doing over here. All right, I'm just gonna, even though this does look very natural. You know, it's been a while, you guys, since I played with these tips. About 4 years, so let's get into it again. We've done it. Okay, we've done it. Just took a little warm up, and now we've got these cute little cactuses. And if you want, totally optional, in a small little piping bag, got a little bit of pink icing, and you just do a little swirl at the top. I'm gonna leave this one natural, and then on these ones, I'm just gonna do a little swirl. This tip is too cute. Also, what I love with the pink detail is if your cactus body looks really good, but the top got a little messed up when you were pulling away, you can cover it with a little dollop, but no one will know. I've got a fresh cupcake. We're using the same tip, but I've moved it to a new piping bag with just some white buttercream icing, and we're gonna make little daisies. So they're basically just really short cactus. That's the goal. The trick for these, I'm gonna have to play with this a little bit, but you just want the icing to touch. You hover over the top, get it to touch, boop, apply just the teeniest amount of pressure, and gently pull away, just like that. And they look like little flat daisies. They're so cute. And what I love is I've covered the whole cupcake with just a little bit of green icing, and we're just gonna put as many as you'd like all the way around. Oh no, I pulled out too fast. This is what I love about icing. If you make a mistake, you could just scrape it off. You just gotta do this right away before the buttercream starts to develop a little crust. All right, we're back. Here we go. I'm gonna try over here. Oh, there we go. Just gotta be gentle. And then to really make them look like daisies, got a little yellow buttercream with a number 3, just a teeny little circle for a little bit more control. and you just pipe a little ball right in the middle. Look at this. They're so cute. Now you could just stop here, but you know, it's me. I'm just having too much fun. I've got a little leaf tip. These kind of look like an opening of like a fish mouth or something. So you put it up and down like a little mouth, and then apply pressure, and then pull away. And look at that, looks like a little leaf. Look how cute those little leaves are. Adorbs. Here's the next tip that we're gonna play with, and I'm gonna show you how to make a two-tone icing the easiest way that I have found. This technique is great because before I used to take colored icing and your piping bag, and I used to I'd do one strip and then I'd carefully do the other laid on top, and I would go all the way around the bag. It was chaos. So let me show you the easy way to do it. This is the best way that I've found to make a two-tone bag. So in front of me, I have a piece of food-safe plastic wrap. You're gonna put this on the counter. Then you're gonna take the first color, and this will be the color that will be on the outside of the flower, and you're gonna pipe, it's kind of a rectangle shape, like this. We'll just do a little outline. Then you're gonna take your second color, I'm using yellow, and we're gonna pipe a strip in the middle. You wanna be generous. The thicker the better. I kind of do circles. And this is gonna be the center of the flower's color. Now you're gonna take this end, and you're gonna kind of roll it over like you would roll a roll cake. And you try to get the purple ends to touch. Then cut off one end. I have some baking scissors, and it's okay if you get the icing in there. Take your piping bag with the tip in there, and you're gonna plop this down. You don't want it to go too far down. The goal is that it's hovering right here at the line. If it goes too far down, sometimes the plastic could come out the bottom and you're gonna get a warped design. I made my frosting log a little long, so I switched to a larger size piping bag. Okay, so we're gonna pick up our frosting log again, place in here. There we go. And like I was saying, you want it to kind of line up right here. And to keep it in place, since you have this little tail, you can fold this up like so. Let's try to pipe some flowers. Now sometimes when you're making a two-tone color or a tri-tone color, it will take a couple tries. You'll have to make a couple flowers or whatever designs you're making for the colors to lay correctly. All right, we're gonna hover, and we want them to all connect to the icing, pull, and release. Oh no, I went too long. Okay, we've got to make the petals shorter. Shorter. Oh, it's gorgeous. Okay, now that I've got the hang of it, I'm gonna go make another cupcake. This is so cute. For a final touch, you can add little leaves or not, because the flowers are so cute on their own. And this leaf is a little bit larger than the last leaf. This is a 352. This tip was a success. Highly recommend. I am ready to try another two-toned one. Okay, here's the next tip that we're gonna try. It kind of looks like a sun. I don't know what to expect out of this one, but I did the same thing. We've got two-tone icing, we've got yellow and orange. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. That did not look like what I thought it was gonna look like in my head. For a beginner piper, this tip is much easier because the petals on the outside aren't as big or long. So this is the first try and it just came out perfect. Okay, so I made another one and they're a little bit taller, and I wanted you guys to see both. This is the little shorter, this is the little taller. They're so cute. This tip so far wins easiest tip of the day to use. Okay, so I went a little ridiculous and I made many different bright, colorful buttercreams because we've got tips to test. All right, so the next three tips that I've got, this one, which looks like a spiky four-leaf clover. I don't know what's coming out of here, but I'm excited. And I mixed a little peach on the outside with yellow on the inside. Then we've got this tip. I don't even know what this looks like, but this is a two-tone pink. We got pink on pink. Then we've got this Russian piping tip. It looks like an intricate little star, and the colors are white and purple. Let's start with this one. This piping bag, as you can see, the white was supposed to be on the outside, purple on the inside, but we're gonna call this a happy little accident. It's just a little bit got on the outside. I think it's gonna make them look really cool. It's beautiful. We've got a beautiful purple in the middle and then white petals on the outside and just a little bit of color. Moving on to the next tip, we're gonna try the pink on pink color with this little design. This one is gorgeous and it's a little bit easier to use than the flower that was purple with yellow on the inside. So far, those have been the trickiest petals for me, but these petals are a little thicker, wider at the base, and they go narrow at the top, similar to that tip, but a lot easier to work with. Next one, we've got the colors peach and yellow. I love it, kind of matches me. Look at this, it looks like a spiky 4-leaf clover. So I have no idea what this is gonna look like. It's just like a chunky 4-petal flower. Oh, and the sides kind of look like just a classic star tip. I think it's that iconic star tip whenever you're piping like a classic birthday cake. I love this tip, super easy to use, and also the more pressure you give, obviously the flower is gonna get larger, but I think with this one you can really pick the size. You can make the flowers a lot smaller or thicker. I felt a lot of control with this tip. Let's add some leaves. Oh, you guys, all of these tips, so much fun. I'm a big fan of all of them. Color-wise, these two came out perfect as I intended. And then this one, happy accident. Got a little purple on the outside petals, but it's really faint and it looks gorgeous. We have found some amazing tips today, but let's try one more and let's make a tricolor buttercream icing design. I'm gonna show you how to make a tricolor frosting bag. It's super similar to what we did before. We aren't gonna use as much icing. It's gonna be a little bit thinner than when we just do 2 colors. My rectangle is almost a square. I want this one to be a little bit taller. Then pick your next color. I'm just using white buttercream, and you're gonna pipe a smaller rectangle on the inside. Then for the third color, I just want a little hint. So just piping 1 clean line. Boop, just like that. Okay. Now we roll it up. Get those ends to meet. Oh, you know what? Actually for this, you can also take that center color and I'm gonna add so that it goes all the way around evenly. Oh, yep. I need to do that. There we go. All right, I'm gonna cut off this end and stick it in a piping bag. It's beautiful. Look at the icing, you can just see it. It's ready to go. It's got tricolors. Okay, let's give it a go. Let's see what this is gonna do. Gotta attach and pull. Oh, okay, so the top of this is kind of similar to the cactus tip. I'm gonna call it the cactus tip. So pulling it away at the end slowly is key. This is one of the most difficult tip for me. If you pull away too quickly, Hershey kiss. If you pull away too slowly, Hershey kiss. I'm gonna go see if I can master it. Okay guys, I know I said this one was the last tip we were gonna try today, but I have a lot of extra icing. I made a lot of buttercream. I thought, let's just do one more and make a Frankenstein. Tons of colors. I'll pick a new tip. I don't even know what it's gonna look like. Let's just make a Frankenstein Russian tip cupcake. I got all the icings and woo, we had icing left. So I'm glad that we're doing this. The tip that I'm gonna use is actually one of my favorites from last time we filmed this. It looks like a beautiful flowy pinwheel and the petals are delicate. You just try to keep it short. But I'm gonna show you how to put together a ton of colors. We basically have a rainbow. So I'm gonna show you how to do a rainbow design. For this one, on top of a food safe plastic wrap like we did before, we're just gonna pipe a line. We'll add a little bit more. Then we're gonna do orange. I'm gonna make a Frankenstein rainbow flower because rainbow is my sister's favorite color. When she was little, we'd ask her, what's your favorite color? And she'd say rainbow, so her favorite color is all the colors. I've got them really close together so that there's no air. And then you're gonna continue with the next color at the bottom. So you go top to bottom and then bottom to top. We've got a pastel rainbow for spring. All right, now this is a little different. You don't need to roll over the top to meet the bottom. So what we're gonna do is just roll into a log. Let's cut off the end, place it into a piping bag. Oh yeah, our Frankenfrosting is ready to go. We've got it in the piping bag and that's what the pinwheel kind of flower looks like. It's gorgeous. Here goes nothing. Okay, and really short. Okay, I can do a little bit longer, but I don't want to go too much long. Oh, yes! I'm obsessed. Our Franken frosting looks amazing. I'm gonna go practice a few more because I think I can do better. And ta-da! Here's all the cupcakes that we made today using more Russian piping tips, including our rainbow one. It turned out so cute. The tip for this tip is keep the petal short. Short, short, short. This tip definitely remains one of my favorites, all-time favorite, but for me to pick a favorite tip today, oh, this is tough. I think the most unique and versatile is the cactus tip because you can get two different designs out of the same tip. You can make these cute little succulent or these cute little daisies. Oh my gosh, you can see the reflection. That's the pool out back. It's reflecting off the backyard, and a really sweet pool guy is here, so if you see him running around, he's just cleaning the leaves out of the pool. All right, moving on. I got distracted. The most beautiful one, in my opinion, was the most trickiest one. Had the largest petals, and the petal design is a little thinner and longer, so they kind of flop around the most. I would say it's the most sensitive to buttercream, even the temperature. If the buttercream got too hot, if it was sitting out a little too long, it would just get a little bit more floppy. And the easiest tips were these shorter flower petal designs, like the peach one, so easy. The one that looked like a spiky 4-leaf clover. All right, that does it for trying more Russian piping tips. Let me know which one was your favorite. We tried a bunch of them today, so let me know in the comments below. And also, let me know what other baking videos you'd like to see, because I'd like to make it happen. And if you'd like to see me try more piping tips, because I have a ton of them. So anyways, let me know. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, click subscribe, it's free, and ring the bell to receive notifications every time I post a new video. All right, bye-bye. And if you'd like to watch any other videos, you can click up here or up here. And happy spring! Oh my God, I have to show Mama Mia these. She's going to die.